We always ask questions like, how's your day? How's your weekend? And all of these questions are about trying to judge your experience. And when you judge your experience, sometimes you might feel like you're not having a good enough time. There's an old saying that says, ask yourself if you're happy and you'll cease being happy. Because happiness, as I alluded to yesterday, has become a synonym for pleasure. Or rather, pleasure has become a synonym for happiness. So what is happiness? This is of course a very difficult question, very hard to define, but at the same time it's quite important. Because the way we define happiness determines what we pursue, what we look for in life, and how we judge our life, our experiences. So when someone asks, how was your weekend? In order to answer that question, you have to judge it against an idea of what the weekend should have been like if it was to be happy. And if that weekend is not like that, if it does not meet our expectations, we might say we did not have a good weekend. But now in meditation, we are trying to really investigate what is happiness, what is good and what is bad. And you're finding out through this practice that your mind assigns labels to experiences, dividing them into good and bad. And if you get what your mind says is good for you, you feel happy. But if you get what your mind thinks is bad for you, you're unhappy. Is there another way to happiness? Is there another way to look at happiness? This idea of happiness as something to be acquired is a very Western idea. In the East, happiness was not really as much of an ideal as was the idea of bliss, of ultimate liberation from all the pain and suffering of life, the ultimate flowering of human potential, realizing your true self, that you and the universe are one. And that state was not really about acquiring, but it was really about letting go. The insight from the East was when we let go of things, when we let go of who we are not, when we let go of attachments to that which we are not, then we discover deeper happiness, bliss, peace of mind, stillness, deep security, a sense of being anchored in the eternal, in the world that is transient. So in the West, happiness was about getting something, a result of becoming better, getting more, getting better relationships, getting more possessions. That's what the West implies happiness is. Whereas in the East, happiness was a result of letting go. So most people are on that first journey where they're trying to get something out of life in order to be happy. And people often think that, if only I got this, I'd be happy. It starts early too, right? This idea that happiness is just around the corner. If I get into this school, I'll be happy. I just have to get into a top college and I'll be happy. Now I've graduated college, I just need to get a great job and I'll be happy. I now need to get a promotion and I'll be happy. And on it goes, right? Too many people are waiting for that day when they can start being happy. Meditation is about acknowledging that life is happening right now, every moment. And that happiness doesn't need different conditions than what we already have. If we can just experience life for a few moments without the burden of our story, without our expectations, our hopes, our dreams, our desires, and really just stay present and open ourselves up to this moment, we discover that happiness was always there within us. This is not to say that we don't pursue our goals and our dreams and that we stop achieving. But it does mean that we stop making our happiness contingent on those dreams, on those goals. You do your best in life, but at every moment, can you be a bit more relaxed, a bit happier, and little by little discover that there's no need to wait for happiness. It's here in the present moment. So today we're going to continue the practice we did yesterday, which is experiencing sounds. But I'm going to leave more gaps, more silence in today's practice so that you can explore this on your own. Of course, every now and then I will remind you to check in on your mind, to notice where your attention is and to bring it to the sounds. So begin as you did yesterday by taking a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. A few more deep breaths like that, allowing the air to leave you, taking your time. Now allowing your breathing to return to its natural rhythms. Gently close your eyes and just take a few moments to experience the contact of your body on the chair or bed. Taking a few moments to mentally scan your body and just experience the sensations in your body. How's your body feeling right now? Now move your attention to all the sounds around you, loud and soft, familiar and unfamiliar. As you did yesterday, you're going to notice whatever your mind is saying about the sounds and then let go of those labels and then bring your attention more fully to the sounds. Whatever sound your attention wants to go to is fine, as long as your attention is on the sounds. Experiencing the sounds as if you have no idea what is making these sounds, but you're deeply curious about these sounds. Now you may notice some loud ambient sound behind my voice. Bring your attention to the ambient sound you're hearing. And notice what your mind says about it. Is your mind labeling the sounds as irritating, intrusive? Neutral? Or good? Remember, the sound is a sound no matter what your mind is labeling it as. That label is personal. It's about your own internal world. The sound is outside you, vibrations. Open your mind to the sound, experience the labels without fighting it, but then try to bring your attention back to the sounds fully. Now, as these ambient sounds fade from here, you might become more aware of ambient sounds around you. Notice that. Now consider that the ambient sound behind my voice, and maybe even my voice, is distracting you from the ambient sounds around you. See if you can move your attention to whichever sound you want to notice. If you want to notice what I'm saying, bring your attention to my voice. If you want to notice the ambient sounds behind my voice, you can notice that. Or if you want to notice ambient sounds around you, you can notice that. See if you can hold your attention to whatever sound you want to, without it being distracted by other sounds or by labels. Remember, the effort is gentle, and when the effort slips, you notice and bring it back. Moving your attention back to the contact between your body and the chair. Notice the contact of air on the skin. And slowly and gently open your eyes. How are you feeling right now? What is your mood like? What does your breath feel like? What does your body feel like? What was it like for you to let your mind free and to occasionally check in on your mind? What you did today is something I want you to do through the day, tomorrow. Every now and then, just check in on your mind. Ask yourself, where is my mind? What is it doing? What does it feel like? And all you have to do is increase your awareness. You're not trying to change or analyze, just witness and experience. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next session.